Hi, welcome back. As we all know, I'm terrible at recording consistently, so here we are with an update video. Obviously, 2020 has been a crazy year. All hell has broken loose. We've got the US election going on right now. But yeah, I filmed a video kind of recapping the last 6 months, but wasn't too sure about posting that one. I did upload it, but it's private, I think, just for my personal memes, which kind of involved the whole process of like house hunting, flat hunting and all that, and like summer and like the end of lockdown and that kind of stuff. However, I did want to film some like wintry, autumnal, Christmas videos, but I felt like I couldn't post those unless I did like an update, because otherwise they would seem a bit disjointed. So the last time I filmed a proper video was back during lockdown, I believe, and it was right after that I stopped filming my lockdown vlogs because everything started going all over the place. So one change that happened was I basically could not hack the online change of my uni course. It really freaked me out, and basically lockdown just didn't have a good effect on me. I don't think it had a good effect on anyone, but I just could not hack my course anymore. Too much stress, and like I was getting very stressed out about the state of the world in general at the time, because I feel like that was also like when all the BLM protests were kicking off, and I was getting really like just life in general. The world was not in a good place, I was not in a good place, and my course just wasn't helping me, and I could not make the switch onto the like online course that sort of suddenly when everything went into lockdown. So I decided to take a temporary withdrawal, and the original plan was to come back in January of this year and pick up where I left off to complete my second term. That obviously meant then that I wouldn't be getting my student loan for the first half of the year, which meant that I couldn't afford the house that I'd agreed to rent for the next year, which was really annoying. I had to unfortunately drop out of that, and I feel really bad for my friends who I kind of left there basically because they had to find a new replacement, but I think that they managed it quite easily, so I hope it wasn't too hard on them, and I do feel bad. But obviously I was just trying to do, you know, what was best for me at the time, and I feel like everybody has that right during stressful times like this. So that was the original plan, was for me to come back in January, and I was gonna take the 6 months to basically figure out what I wanted to do with my life, because I wasn't sure if I was even happy with my course. So I thought I'd take a break, explore my options, see what kind of things actually interested me, what kind of careers I was interested in, see if there was any like maybe alternative options that could steer me away from my physics degree. After a few months, kind of over the summer, I came to the conclusion that financially I couldn't really start a new course without working for a while, and I kind of wanted to just get my degree as soon as possible so that I could see what happens afterwards. And I know that it's not that big of a deal. Loads of people like take time out, work for a bit to save up to pay for uni and stuff like that, but I just want it out of the way. And so I figured that I'd just give my physics degree a go. I mean, it has been something that I've always been interested in for the longest time. Like ever since I was 13, 14, like really young, I decided then that I was like, I really loved astronomy, space, and I wanted to study it, and so that's been my focus ever since then. So I decided I'm just gonna give it a go. I'm just gonna keep going with it. You know what? It's fine if I get to the end of my degree and I don't see a path that takes me into physics from there, or I found that I don't actually enjoy it as much as I think I do. It's not the end of the world. I can do something else. I can go and find something else that I like. It's not the end of the world, and a physics degree is never gonna hurt me in the long term. So I figured I'll just keep going for it. So then it was coming up to the start of this academic year, and I wasn't sure whether or not I wanted to wait until January to come back. Obviously if I had come back in January, it would have meant staying in Cambridge during a time where basically there's not much for me in Cambridge. In terms of like my mental health and stuff, I thought it would probably be better for me to come to Brighton, whether it was to get a job or whatever. And obviously that would have been really difficult if I was on my own. My boyfriend decided that he was going to drop out of his uni housing as well. There was multiple reasons for that whole decision, which I'm probably not going to go into, but basically we both decided that this was going to be the best option for us. We could kind of support each other through whatever the hell this academic year was going to be. It would like hopefully make this whole craziness a little bit easier, which I think it will, and it has. It's been good. So that was a bit of a tricky situation to navigate, but then it did eventually result in us being able to come to Brighton over the summer and find an apartment for ourselves, which we did find, and it's a really nice apartment. We're really happy with it, and we are actually saving some money, which is really great, surprisingly. I never posted any house tours or moving videos. Maybe I'll like re-edit the one that I have up that's privated just down to the sort of like moving process, but I feel like it's already happened now. It's a bit late, so there's no point really in posting that. However, it's now early November, and considering we're going into, today is the first day of the second lockdown, and obviously we're going to be locked down until December, and that's a bit shit. So me and Hayden have decided that, well, I decided, and Hayden's allowing me to do this, basically starting to get Christmassy earlier than I usually would. I usually try to hang on until sort of about midway through November. I can start feeling festive, and I can start playing Christmas music, and then I'll start doing little bits and bobs sort of halfway through November. So by the end of November, my brother's birthday, I'm like fully ready to jump into December, like 100% Christmassy. However, this year, because we've got nothing else going for us, we're decorating the house Christmassy this weekend, which is great. I'm so excited. There's just been so much more this year than usual because obviously we have a flat to ourselves now, and we like can decorate the whole thing how we want it to. And so we've got like a proper tree, we have a wreath for the door, we've got candles, garlands, everything. I'm so excited. I even went a little bit overboard and got alternative winter curtains, because the curtains that we have up are quite garish yellow, floral, springy and summery curtains. Basically, they're not gonna go with Christmas decor whatsoever. So, well, I'm swapping them out basically for something a little bit more wintry. So that's everything to do with the house. And uni, I decided to come back in first year after deciding to move back, just because I wasn't feeling confident with my course anyway. And I was like, well, if I'm going to be in Brighton, I might as well go back to uni earlier. I'm redoing my first year basically, because I really wasn't confident, and I really wanted to retake this one module, which was my astrophysics module, which I did not make use of in the first year. And that really disappointed me. I was really disappointed in myself. I've come back to do that, and I don't regret it actually. Do you know what? I think I'm happy. I just thought I would make that kind of an update video about the house situation, which has now been resolved. I have a house, I am back in Brighton, it's great. The uni situation, I am retaking my first year. So I started in September. We're still gonna go strong. We're gonna see what happens. A physics degree will never hurt me in the long term, so I should just enjoy it whilst I'm here, you know, try my best. Don't put too much pressure on myself. If it doesn't work out, it's not the end of the world, it's fine. So that's where I'm at with this. The reason I'm making an update video is because I want to start filming wintry videos, Christmassy videos, all of that kind of stuff. However, I thought it would be a bit disjointed if I didn't do an update first. So that's how everything's going right now. How are you guys? Is that everything I wanted to say? I guess that's it. Okay, bye, and I hope to see you soon with some Christmassy content. Probably first one being decorating the house Christmassy in November.